welcome back to my channel. So today I have a makeup tutorial for you guys. I know I haven't been posting a lot of makeup tutorials as I promised when I started my YouTube channel, so I decided to do one today. I have been mainly focusing on, just a little bit of everything. I've been doing vlogs, I've been doing get ready with me's, I've been doing cooking stuff, so I've been doing a little bit of everything, but today I decided to do a actual tutorial. So that's what I want to do today. I want to create, I don't know, I'm not going anywhere, but I just feel like a smoky eye would be nice today. So if you're interested in seeing that, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I want this to be very sharp, so I'm going to use this makeup tape and I'm going to put them right here on the corners of my eyes so that the smoky eye will come out very sharp. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be putting a liquid eyeliner or not, but we'll see. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It looks a little crazy, I know, but the makeup will look a little bit better and the eyeshadow will look a lot sharper when you use these tapes. If you guys didn't know, you can put tapes on the corners of your eyes so that your eyeshadow will come up super sharp. So that's just a tip. Today I'm going to be using this set. I bought this set of brushes on Curacao. Actually, I got it as a gift, but the person told me she bought it at Curacao. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I just want to take one out to show you guys. Okay, so the brushes are so beautiful. Look at them. They're gorgeous. So all of the brushes look like that. I'm going to start with the small brushes, of course, because I'm starting off with my eyeshadow. Before I start, I'm just quickly going to prep my eyes using my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade, what shade is this? In the shade True Beige. And this concealer is very thick, so you don't need a lot of it. I mean, if you want to, you can do that, but And when you blend it out, make sure you blend it out all the way to the end of the tape so you don't miss a spot. The reason why I'm putting concealer is just so that the eyeshadow will stick better and that the colors will pop a lot more. But you can also use an eyeshadow primer for this. Oh my god, I wanted to use my eyeshadow primer today. I wanted to use this Anastasia eye primer that I got when I bought the Amrezy palette. Oh my god, I forgot, and I had it right here on the table because I said today I'm finally going to try it out. Well, that didn't happen. Another time. Okay, so now I'm quickly going to set it using my NYX palette and of course using this banana shade. Oh my god, this yellow from the concealer, it looks crazy on camera, but I promise in person it's not that yellow. Alright, so now that my eyes are actually set, I'm going to move on to my eyes. I'm going back in my first Morphe palette that I ever bought, my OG. This is a Morphe 35O palette, and the reason why is because it has a lot of these orangey shades and I want to use a couple of these. I don't know which I'm going to use yet, so I will put the actual colors that I use on the screen. So I'm going to start off with a light orange, and I'm using one of these cute brushes from the set that I showed you guys earlier. And I'm just going to be blending this in my crease. Also, this is my first time using these brushes, obviously. So I don't really know if they are good or not, so I hope they are. They feel so fluffy, but you never know. And with the eyeshadow, you wanna make sure that you blend it all the way to the corners of the tape as well, because that is what is going to eventually create the sharp line. Okay, so I like this. Now I'm going to grab a blending brush, but it's a little bit more tapered than the other one, and I'm going to use the yellow mustardy shade in the palette, and I'm going to go above the orange shade just to create a little bit of dimension, and so this can serve as my transition shade. I mean, it's not showing up that much. You know what, I'm going to combine it with the nude shade next to it. Okay, so boom. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the darker orange, and I'm going to use another tapered brush from the set, and this color I'm going to place it right here in my actual crease. I feel like this color is kind of overpowering the orange that I put above this one, so maybe I need to go back and apply a little more. Now I'm going in with the same tapered brush that I use for the red kind of color in my crease, and I'm going to grab this brown shade and intensify the crease a little more, but I'm not making it too dark, I think, because I don't want to make this, although this is a smoky eye, I don't want to make it super dark. Okay, so now I'm going to actually start building the color on my crease. I'm going to go ahead with the darkest shade in this palette, which I think is this brown shade, but if it's not dark enough, then I will go ahead and use a little bit of these two shades in the, oh my god guys, don't look how dirty my palette is, but I'm going to be using BK and Hugo, I think, these two darkest shades in the Amrezy palette. So I hope that this one is dark enough, but if it isn't, I'm going to be using those two. This has a lot of fallout, so I don't think it's gonna be very dark. Oh, and I'm using just a angled brush from the palette, from the set, to do that. I'm lightly packing the shade on because I don't want it to get too dark too quickly to the point where I cannot blend it out properly. I mean, this shade is kind of good, yeah. I think I want to make it just a tiny bit darker, so I'm going to use, which one I'm gonna use? Which one should I use? I'm just going to grab a tiny bit of these two and put it in my crease. I'm sorry, on my lid. What am I saying? Yeah, this is what I needed. Just a little bit more of the darkness so that the orange and yellow shades can pop a little more. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so now I'm going to go back with the brush that I used to blend out my crease color, and I'm just going to blend that to make sure there are no harsh lines. Actually, I can already see that there are no harsh lines, but I'm still gonna do this step just because I want to make sure that my eyeshadow is blended. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish up the other eye off camera put on my lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is what my eyes look like with the, the finished result with the eyeshadow on the other side and my lashes. The lashes that I use are from AliExpress. I will link them down below if you guys are interested, if I can find the link, because I bought them like a long time ago. But right now I'm just going to remove these tapes. Oh my god, it's pulling my hair. Okay, do you guys see that? It is so sharp. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I already primed my face using the hydratouch primer from NYX, but I want to add this one also. This is the one from Makeup Revolution. It's the pore blur, and oh my god, this primer is so cheap, but it's so freaking good. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's so good. I've tried a lot of, it sounds funny, but I've tried a lot of different primers, pore blurring primers, but this one actually does blur the pores, so I like that. And it's so affordable. I think it's under 10 euros or something, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so right now I'm going to put my foundation and my concealer. I am going to speed this part up just because I feel like you guys have seen me do that bajillion times. So I am going to use the NYX Born to Glow foundation in the shade Neutral Buff. Then I'm going to color correct a little bit with my Instant Anti-Age Razor Concealer from Maybelline in the shade 02 Nude. Looks like this. And for highlighting under my eyes, I am going to use the same concealer that I used to prep my eyes, which is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade True Beige. So let's do that. And I'm going to be using some brushes from the set. Oh my god, what happened to this one? So this brush, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has a lot of weird things on it. I don't know what this is. Should I still use this? Now I'm concerned. Okay, I'm not gonna use that one. I'm going to use this one instead, just to see, if it applies well, and if it doesn't, I will use one of my regular brushes. Okay, so the only thing about this brush is because it's a little small, it takes longer to actually blend out. But I mean, it does the job, it just takes a little longer to do that. So I'm going to let this one sit for a while I am going to cream contour a little bit, or cream bronze if you will. And I'm using this Jordana Take Cover Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 16 Walnut. Looks like this. And I'm just going to use this as a cream bronzer. And I'm using one of the other brushes to blend this one out. Ooh, this brush is so good for blending this, guys. This brush is the perfect the perfect small size to blend out cream contour or cream bronzer, because it's just small enough so that it doesn't make your bronzer or your contour look way too big, but it's not too small so where your bronzer or your contour will look like one stripe. So in my opinion, it's the perfect size. And one tip when blending out your bronzer and your contour, you want to blend it in with your hairline. So for example, right here my hair is parted, I cannot do anything about that, because my skin is showing my scalp, you know. But for the most part I can blend this in so you don't see a big difference between the color of your scalp and, you know, the bronzer, so it doesn't look crazy. Okay, so now that my bronzer is, you know, looking good, I'm going to go ahead and blend out the concealer that is under my eyes. Okay, so now that my face is, you know, highlighted and bronzed, I'm going to bake under my eyes using my trusty Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade number 10. And while doing this, I'm not going exactly under the line, I'm just staying a little bit further away from it, just so I don't accidentally mess it up. I'm going to set my face using my L'Oreal face powder in the shade Caramel 6.5W, and I'm going to set everywhere except where I bronzed, so you know, around this area, under my bronzer, around my mouth a little bit, and right in the middle of my forehead. And the other parts of my face where I have my bronzer, I'm going to set it with my powder bronzer from my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and I'm going to use, which shade? I'm going to use this one to set my bronzer. I normally don't do my bronzer with liquids or creams, but today I'm feeling a little adventurous, so I decided to, you know, give it a try. And oh my god, why is this here? Yeah, so I decided to try it out and I'm feeling a lot better. Like, I feel like it looks a lot better than when I use my powder. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys think that when I contour with my liquids it looks better than when I contour only with powder, because I'm kind of living for this. I'm kind of living. The size of my nose, I'm going to set them with the same powder but with a different brush. This one is a lot more flatter. It's a flat contouring brush from Essence, looks like this. And I'm just going to dab it on there. And you know, if you draw a little line right here, you create the effect of a little button nose. So your nose will look extra snatched. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of this Maybelline powder under my bronzer. I'm not going to contour just because I feel like the bronzer looks so nice and I don't want to make it darker, because my contour is of course cool tone, so I want to keep the warmth that this whole look is giving me. So while that is baking, I'm going to remove the bake under my eyes and then remove this one. Alright, so right now my face is almost done. What I need to do is finish up the eyeshadow on my bottom lash line. So to do that, I'm going to use the same red shade that I use in my crease. I'm going to put that all over my under eye area. And then with the black, I'm going to put that very closely to my actual lower lash line. And I'm going to keep it just on this outer area. And that's it. And I'm going to use a small brush like this to do the black on my outer area of the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to put my blush and my highlight, and I'm using this palette from Primark. It's the Summer Storm face palette. Looks like this. You guys have almost also seen me use this before, and I think this is the only version that they have of it. So I'm going to use these two shades to highlight and this one to blush. One thing you have to look out for when applying your blush is you want to make sure that it's blended with your bronzer. Not that they are, you know, one, but you want to make sure that it blends and that it transitions nicely from the blush to the bronzer and the contour, so that it doesn't stay like a pink stripe on your face, because that's not cute. Eye blender brush, I'm using this to highlight my face, and I also sprayed my blush with some Fix Plus so that the highlighter stands out more. Oh my god, this shade, beautiful. I'm also highlighting my temples a little bit, my cupid's bow. I love this. Now with this small brush, I'm going to highlight my inner corners, and I want to make sure that the inner corners are very bright because the eyes are super matte. I didn't use any shimmer shades, so this look is a full matte eye look. So I want to make sure that the inner corner is very shiny and, you know, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to try out something. I don't know if it's gonna look good or not, but I think this will look nice. So I'm going to use this KIKO lip liner, creamy color comfort lip liner in the shade, what shade is this? 321. It looks like this. Right now it's looking crazy, but I'm going to put a light lipstick on. Where is my lipstick? I have so many lipsticks, but I always keep going back to this one because I don't know a better nude. So this is my trusty, it's my Milani lipstick number 60 Matte Innocence, and I'm going to dab this one in the middle of my lips. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of lip gloss, and I'm using my Essence Shine lip gloss in the shade Clear. Okay, so this is the final look, guys. This is what the whole makeup is looking like. You know, I feel so much like a diva today. I don't know. I feel like this look turned out so much better than what I expected. And you know, I feel like I want to go somewhere, but psych, we can't. But you know, this turned out so good. I feel like this will be my go-to look if I have to go somewhere, because I mean, honey, this is looking good. But so this is what the makeup looks like. It is a smoky eye with, you know, face looking beat and a nude lip, a dark nude but still nude lip. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I would appreciate it so much. And you know, don't forget to turn on the bell notifications so you get notified every time that I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media. I will leave my Instagram on the screen, and also I made a TikTok account so you guys can follow me on there too to see what craziness I make. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I have another video coming this week, hopefully, if it turns out good. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.